Yo, this is gonna be a in-depth tier list, like why it's broken, a clip on why it's broken, and like how to use the Bankai. Like I'm talking, this is gonna be a great tier list. Okay, so S tier, Lightning. Like oh my god, this Bankai is brain dead, yo. It, yo, you don't understand, bro. Like if you roll Lightning Dagger, you can beat almost any mode in a 1v1 without even trying. Lightning is the definition of autopilot in Bankai. Like it's like you turn off your brain. All you have to do is run around in circles with your flash step and press G and T every time it's off CD. They're both auto track and they both hit the entire map, right? It's the best, it's like the best Bankai for boss ratings because it's so autopilot. And you can win like a bunch of 1v1s with Lightning Bankai. You don't need Dagger, even though Dagger just makes it more broken because the skills auto track to your Dagger, which multiplies the skill, and then the Dagger uses the skills again. But yeah, Lightning Bankai is brain dead. It's the definition of brain dead. Like the box move, it does 70% of your posture. It's easy to parry, sure. If you get good at parrying it, cool. The relay move or whatever. Yeah, I think it's called relay. Grand relay. Yep. Grand relay. That move does like 50% of your HP. It's unblockable. It just keeps auto tracking. You just take damage. Lightning. The more people you fight, the better it is. It's a S tier Shikai. I want to say it's the best Shikai, but it's the S tier. Like everything in S tier is is like either equivalent or slightly better than the other. All right, so boom. Lightning Bankai. S Ice Bankai is gonna be over Lightning Bankai. It is indeed the best Bankai. With like no debate on that. Like Ice Bankai is quite the crazy Bankai. I won't lie to you. So that's gonna be on S tier because Ice has uh I think the most damage output out of all the Bankais. It does like instant 100% of your HP in an instant. Like boom. Ice is crazy, especially with Dagger. It's crazy. Ice is really strong. The Bankai is really strong. You can also turn off your brain for that. Very strong. You can 100 to 0 basically anybody in the game with Ice Bankai. Next in S tier is gonna be Ink. Ink, I would say, is on par with Lightning. Um, because they're both in the same situation where if you hit one move, you basically can boss raid anybody. So if you hit Ant, you can one shot anybody. If you have any multi-hit skills, you just one shot them, and it hits like the entire map. Like Ink is really good for boss rating. It's just good in general. So I'm gonna put it slightly above Lightning. Like Ink is very strong, bro. It gives you the defense, it gives you the damage. It has everything. Ink has everything in Bankai. Literally, it just has everything. People get debuffed for being around you. Like Ink is crazy. Ink is like ice tier. Lightning is like low S. Low S. Ink is high S with ice. Another S tier is gonna be water. Water and lightning are both low S and they're both equivalent. They're equivalent. Like water is just so brain dead. All you have to do on water is hit one move and then you can hit every other move and just infinite whirlpool somebody. Water is such a broken Shikai and Bankai. Like it's actually so crazy. It's one of the most underrated Bankais in the game. For some reason, this Bankai has been underplayed like since the beginning of like the like since somebody got it. Like it's been underplayed, bro. Like, basically, um, water is just so brain dead. You hit one of the skills, you can hit all of them. If you have mortal size, it's just like there's no winning. You can't win that. Yeah, speed is broken. It's broken on everything. Water is great. There is no other S tiers, so we're gonna move on to the A tiers. We're gonna have Berserk is a very strong 1v1 Bankai. Actually, I forgot one last S tier. One last S tier is gonna be Blood. Blood Bankai is crazy, though. It is crazy. Blood Bankai is very strong, very good for boss rating. The more people you fight, the stronger it is, and the M1 mode is actually so broken. The M1 mode is so broken, yo. You could infinite combo somebody with M1s and M1s only. Blood Bankai is very strong. Um, all your skills don't take HP anymore, and you like get some insane passives, like insane HP regen. Like it's crazy. Blood Bankai is crazy. So A tier, I'm gonna put Berserk. Berserk is a very strong, very strong 1v1 mod. It's very strong. I would put it at high A. Like it's gonna be at the top of A or low S. To be honest,
Yo, they might need help.
Berserk can be low S.
I'm
All right,
contesting A.
next Bankai we're gonna be talking about is Berserk. Berserk is very broken. Berserk can be low S or high A depending on the user. It's a 1v1 Bankai, but it can boss raid depending on your build and the user. But if it's a 1v1 Berserk, 9 out of 10 times is good. Is gonna like go crazy in a 1v1 because it's a like all the skills are a single target and infinite combo. It's an
Yeah,
infinite
that one
combo
combo.
Bankai, and you get
A
no
is super
stun
broken.
defense. You get all that. Berserk is crazy for 1v1s. It's crazy. You get no stun. It's honestly it's S tier, low S tier. It's like Berserk Bankai can fight every single one of these Bankais and have a pretty decent chance of winning. I would say it would lose 100% losing to lightning and ice and ink, depending on their playstyle. Because lightning, you don't have to get close to anybody. Same with ice. You can like once they get to you, you just use Meligato or whatever it's called. So yeah, I'm putting this back at high A tier. Berserk is very busted. Very strong 1v1 Bankai. Very strong for infinite comboing. Confusion is actually we're gonna get to that later. Fire Shadow. Let's talk about Shadow Bankai. Shadow Bankai, I'll put it at B tier, bro. Like high B tier. Shadow Bankai is not that good. Like it's good, but it's not that crazy. Is what I meant. Shadow Bankai got a lot of nerfs during CC, which ended up making it um a lot weaker than it used to be. It used to be so broken, but now it's very balanced. I would say Shadow is in a very balanced state right now. But the Bankai is a very balanced Bankai. Um, you basically if you don't hit your domain, you're left with just your Shadow slashes, which doesn't do that much damage. So, but obviously, if you have like the correct Shadow build, you could potentially like one combo like Shadow Mortitize if you hit Tendril and then Mortitize, and then you use all your Bankai. Like that's a guaranteed way to hit all your Bankai skills. You're gonna hit your domain, you're gonna hit your flashes, and in your domain you take no damage, but it doesn't last as long as it used to. But you take no damage. You have some of your Shikai skills guard break, and yeah, you take no damage. So it's actually really good. So the only actual way to counter that is just by running around and trying to not get hit and dodging it and dodging stuff. To be honest, but yeah, like Shadow Bankai is not broken. It's very balanced right now. So next we got confusion. Confusion, confusion. It's strong. Confusion is the strongest 1v1 Bankai. If you mm, if you play it right, confusion. Actually, let me rephrase that. Confusion Dagger is the strongest 1v1 Bankai. You only have to hit a singular M1 to beat any other Bankai in the game. Once you hit one M1, you win. You win the fight. Confusion Dagger is the strongest 1v1 Bankai. But that's all it can do. It can strictly only 1v1. It has almost zero boss rate potential unless you go Keto. It has or Keto or maybe Hakuda. It has like almost zero boss rate potential. Because if you go Keto, you can use all your Keto moves, time revert, and use them again for a lot of damage, and Keto is all AoE. So Confusion, it has potential. It's really strong. So actually, I'm gonna move this low A. Confusion is really strong. It's a strong Bankai. It's the strongest 1v1 Bankai, but it's not that crazy in 1v1s because Confusion is all passives, no damage, all passive. That's the problem with Confusion. It's gonna get a rework at some point, I believe, but I'm not sure when. Now we're getting to the weakest Bankais in the game. Wind without a dagger is just it's trash. Wind Bankai without a dagger is pretty trash. You get your little tornado move, then you get your no cooldown little spear move, which is the spear down, like when they throw it down on you. It's like it's alright. Wind is alright, but with dagger it can infinite combo. Without dagger, it's like they nerfed wind a lot. Um, right, like a week or two before public release. Wind Bankai got nerfed a lot. The tornado didn't last as long and had a longer CD. Wind, all of the skills already have an extremely long CD, so that's to like stop infinite combos because if Wind got like a CD buff, it would be very broken. But Wind does need or CD nerf, I mean, it would be very broken. But Wind does need a buff. Like Wind needs a buff badly. But Wind is pretty weak, but it can go crazy. Like Wind is it's a decent Bankai. Okay. Next we go into trash. Creation Bankai is trash. It's garbage. It has no potential. It's just trash. It used to be like it used to be good because it had auto parry. Like it used to be A or B tier because it had the auto parry and it had the floor that infinite stun people. If you use the floor, it would infinite stun lock people, and you could just infinite M1 combo them, like confusion. But the floor, the stun basically got removed, and you can't infinite combo people anymore. All it has now is the auto parry. The other moves are garbage. Fire, Fire is C tier. It's above Wind, but it's a weak Bankai and a 1v1. Fire is like the weakest 1v1 Bankai with aspiration. Because World Breaker is so easy to avoid, and then the dash move is very easy to avoid. All Fire got going for it in Bankai is Kaien, and you can easily counter World Breaker. If you counter World Breaker, you can literally like just kill them off of just countering that move. But yeah, Fire inside of a boss raid situation is very busted. Fire can boss raid like with no problem at all, with ease. Fire is one of the best boss raid Bankais, but it's one of the weakest 1v1 Bankais. And eventually, everybody's gonna get to the point where they know how to play the game. So Fire is just gonna end up just being extremely weak, anyways. Like that's why it's at C tier now. Once everybody learns how like to avoid fire skills, this Fire is gonna be pretty doomed. So yeah, that's my Bankai tier list. Um, Water, like everything at S tier should definitely be at S tier. Some stuff that are at A tier could be S tier, like Berserk. But like yeah, that's about it, man. Like these Bankais, they're the only thing Soul Society has. I'm gonna be real. Soul Society, like Soul Reavers and base, they're like freaking like they're just humans, bro. And base are just humans. And in mode, they're on top of the world. Because these modes are crazy. If you get dagger, you can make any mode broken besides creation. Creation dagger is a meme inside Bankai. It's actually a meme. Like no funny shit. It's actually a meme in Bankai. Um, but everything else here is broken to its own degree. Like everything has its own category that is broken in, and everything in S tier is just it needs it. Lightning is a common and is this broken. Water is a common and it's this broken. They gotta look into it. Lightning and water should not be one shotting people and infinite comboing people before they can even like fight back.